Hi, I'm Constable Nicole Miller. I work for the Akwasasne Mohawk Police Service in Akwesasne, Quebec. I'm also the Youth Services Officer here since March of 2007. I just wanted to talk to everybody today about making sure that you call your Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. And if you know anything or there's something going on and you're scared or you're afraid that somebody may try to harm you because you've talked to the police, we just want to let you know that calling 1-800-222-TIPS, nobody will know your name, and you're protected by the Supreme Court of Canada. And only people that will know what you've said are the police officers and the investigators of what's happened, the crime that has happened. And I also wanted to talk today about what I do in my community here. Akwasasne is a territory of Mohawk people, and in this area there's 15,000 people on both the New York State side and the Canadian side. Our jurisdiction is Ontario and also Quebec, so we do have to follow the Canadian Criminal Code for both Ontario and Quebec, and we do have to follow the Highway Traffic Act for Ontario and the Quebec Highway Safety Code in Quebec. Our borders are very hard to determine sometimes. They may be determined by somebody's house. We actually do have a house here that is half on the Quebec side and half on the New York State side. So sometimes that can be a bit of a nightmare for us, but we work very closely with the other agencies in the area, like the St. Regis Mohawk Tribal Police on the state side, so that we can cooperate and do our jobs to the best of the ability. And what I have in my hand here is a campaign that I call Positive Ticketing, and I do it in the area schools here. I have 5 area schools that I deal with, 2 high schools in Cornwall and 3 elementary schools here in the territory of Akwasasne. 1 is in Ontario and 2 are in Quebec. Now what the Positive Ticketing campaign is kids in the school are being rewarded for their good deeds by receiving a positive ticket from Mohawk police officers and also from the teachers in their schools. Further to that, they're also getting positive tickets from the elders who drive their buses to school and also elders within the community. So we have a lot of members that are involved in this campaign. And what happens is the youth or the kid that has the most tickets in their school, they win a 4-gigabyte iPod Nano. So basically the kids now are striving to win the Nano, but they're also doing the positive things in the community. You know, they're shoveling driveways in our snow because we do have a lot of snow right now and it's very cold because it's February. And in the summertime, they're also, you know, washing sidings and windows for their grandfathers or their grandmothers, or they're helping their brothers and sisters in school, or they're helping teachers at school when they're in school from September to June. So the kids are really gung-ho about positive tickets, and we just implemented the program last year. And so far we've given away about 10 iPod Nanos to the kids in the area, and also the school that has the most positive tickets also gets to have a pizza day with our Mohawk police officers. So not only are they getting an iPod Nano for their good help and their good work, they're also getting free pizza for them and their peers and their teachers in the school. So they really think it's a great and fun opportunity. So we really enjoy giving out the tickets to the kids. And it also helps us interact with the children in our community, because sometimes we do have a barrier between us and the kids because of generations of mistrust of police and a lot of the things that have happened here in the earlier years. You can also look that up on the internet too, about different things that have happened here in the Akwasasne area. And Akwasasne is spelled A-K-W-E-S-A-S-N-E. And if you want to look at any of our information about Akwasasne, you can look up akwasasne.ca, and you can go on the website and look at how basically we have a few different governments. We have our own municipal government, and we also deal with the provincial government for Quebec, and we also deal with the provincial government for Ontario and the federal government for Canada in Cornwall and Quebec. So we have quite a few different court systems here, and we also have our own municipal court system, which is called the Mohawk Court, and that's when we have our own judges who are native, and we have a lawyer that was out of Cornwall that's been here for about 25 years. So we have quite a few different things going on in this community.
That's great, Nicole. You told me something earlier. I'm the visiting Toronto Crime Stoppers School Officer. Thanks for the invite, by the way.
You're welcome.
You told me something earlier that I'd really like you to tell everybody else on this video. And I understand you carry a gun and a taser.
Yep.
Can we see it for a sec? Okay. So you carry a taser and a firearm.
Yep.
As the police officer here, and you're the school police officer, but you told me something about what your most important weapon is.
My communication and talking with the kids, getting into the schools, and not only in the schools, but going to the lacrosse and the hockey games. That's a really, really big thing around here. Talking with the kids and just getting down to their level. The little ones, particularly, are the ones that are so interested in what you have carrying on your belts, like I do. They have a lot of questions. They always have questions, obviously, about the Taser, because there's, you know, all kinds of issues in the media about the Taser. And they also just want to see what I wear. You know, I have a badge, too, that I wear. I have collar dogs on my collar. And I also have a name tag with my name on it. And serving since 2003, so I've been here for 5 years. And also my fitness pin from last year, so I'm a little outdated. But I usually like to talk instead of, you know, putting the handcuffs on kids and taking them away to jail. That's not what my job is. My job is to get to the root of the problem and why maybe they're having that issue for that day. Or maybe, you know, they talk about harming themselves and, you know, they're mad at their parents, or they get on the internet and they talk to some strangers. I like to talk to them and find out what's going on, because when I was a kid, believe it or not, I did end up in the back of a police cruiser at one point for getting into a fight at school, and I had a really awesome OPP officer who was, at the time, to me, he was about 8 feet tall, and told me that, you know, I needed to really reevaluate my life, and that if I wanted to be something, that this was not the road that I needed to go down. So I took his advice to heart, and I actually didn't end up becoming a police officer until I was about 23 years old. So I did go to university and college, so I did follow the right steps and learned, you know, how to deal with people. I was a manager for a Taco Bell for a while, so that's how it helped me learn how to talk to people in the community and deal with people when they had problems with their food. So now I deal with them having problems with their neighbors or their aunts and uncles, or you know, the guns and the weapons that are in this area also. So that really helped a lot, and also talking with the kids at the school on a regular basis and just going in and walking the halls, because the tendency is, oh no, the cops are here or the police officers are here, somebody must be in trouble. And my thing is, I'm just walking your halls and making sure that nobody comes in here and harms anybody. I'm making sure that you guys are all okay, and I'm making sure that if you have any questions about something that a police officer, you know, that you've seen on TV, or, you know, something about the internet, you can ask me. Okay. You can always ask me.
What's your phone number here? How can the kids call you, Nicole?
Here it's 613-575-2000 is our emergency line, and our administrative line. So if you just want to call and talk to me and ask me a question, it's 613-575-2340.
Okay, and I can guarantee you that if you call 1-800-222-TIPS anonymously and say that it's anything to do with kids on Akwasasne, that we'll, down in Toronto Crime Stoppers, we'll get the information into Nicole.
Great, thank you.